Welcome to the New York Outlook for Wednesday, the 6th of March 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, as you can see, there were no red folder news events in in the London session. However, there are a bunch of red folder news events in the New York session. As discussed in the London Outlook, I was only willing to trade in the London session because Fed Chair Powell testifies at 5 p.m. and I wasn't really interested in trying to find a New York position because there usually isn't enough time to get to a decent point before the actual testimony. So for that reason, I said that in the London session, if I do get into any trades, I will close them by 5 p.m. and I'll manage them accordingly based on this news release. I did manage to take a short position in line with the London Outlook, and that essentially now is dependent on whether this US news 15 minutes into the New York session will be positive, supporting short GBPUSD. Having said all of that, let's jump into the charts and unpack what had happened this morning. So just a high level overview. From a daily perspective, we understand that we had 3 consecutive bullish candles, and thus we're anticipating that today will be a bearish closure day. However, what we are looking for is, from a 4H perspective, we can understand that there's reasons to trade both directions, with yesterday's body break actually extending the pullback leg and thus enabling us to identify a new pullback loss point of supply. However, we have to acknowledge the fact that we're reaching deeper into this proton extreme, and the likelihood of actually of the proton leg or the proton move actually playing out is more high probability than a counter trend move with the objective of targeting this 4-8 swing ERL. So for that reason, in addition to the daily bias, we purely focus on short. And from a current day perspective, you'll see that London put in the high of the day. Because London put in the high of the day and we're unable to validate the London high of the day with red folder London news, we essentially have to wait for the New York session. And like I said, I'm not interested in taking trades in the New York session because of the Fed chair testimony. So having said that, we did have an alternative option being the previous high of the day to the extreme for the current day, and this is based on the idea of the new proton primary leg being forming, and it's only valid because we have a daily bias short, and that's because of the daily consecutive candle suggesting that the bearish day is likely. As a result of that, I took the short position right here with the objective of reaching 1 to 3 at 70% of ADR, and obviously I'm considering holding this trade because it's associated with the high of the week, and given that we're on a Wednesday, it's likely that this high of the week from Tuesday or Wednesday will actually follow through with the objective of reaching this 4-8 swing structure right here. So I'll manage it accordingly, the primary objective being to partial at 1 to 3 and then leaving the trade open at least until Friday. However, obviously the first point is that we get to the current day Asia low, which serves as a confluence for why price should go to the downside, and this is an ideal break-even point as well. So in summary, my New York outlook is to continue with the short premise, not to take new trades in the New York session, and to simply manage this trade appropriately in terms of my trading plan, such that I will break even at the Asia liquidity is low. I will partial at 1 to 3 right here, and then keep the trade open for the remainder of the session or the remainder of the week, with the objective of ultimately reaching this 4-8 swing low right here. Having said all of that, I hope you have a good New York session, and we'll chat again for the end of day review.